Fontevaux?
Fontevaux. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I got the opportunity. It's a race I've followed forever but never went to, but I think you'd be stupid not to take a trip to go to France. So it sounds pretty fun, so I'm all in. I think it's something different. You know, we come to these nationals. I've been doing it a long time, so doing a totally different style race, a 12-hour, is really exciting to me, so I'm looking forward to that.
Side note, what do you know about the race? Have you looked into it much?
I watched quite a few videos on it. I do see that it goes into the night, which I want the night shift so bad. I don't know why. It looks really cool riding at nighttime. And I like the fact that you have to run towards your quad in the beginning. I think is really cool. So I might trip somebody if I could. If I get the opportunity and I could trip the guy next to me, I'm gonna take full advantage of that. But nah, it'll be cool. I like stuff like that.
What happens if you see Uncle Liam on his Banshee?
I think I might have to put him off the track and you know, maybe I'll ask him to take a lap on the quad. I haven't seen him in years. I want to see him though. It's gonna be cool.
give it up for your Moto 1 winner, Joel Hector.
How you been? How's life?
Been good, sir. Been enjoying this little bit of time I get to spend with Chad. So, it's been good. You know?
It's a different change of pace.
Yeah, it's definitely different being on this side of the gate, hanging out.
Do you miss it?
Hard to say no.
Moto 1. Had to work for that one.
It was a good race. It'd be more fun if the track promoted a little bit more passing. They did a good job changing it, and I hope it promotes a little bit more passing this time because it's just really tight. But it was a really fun race. I'm sure everybody really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I won. So that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Try to do it again. hometown doesn't always treat you so nice. Today it did. I would say overall awesome day, obviously going 1-1, but it's not forgiving for me on these hole shots here. It's like a curse on the start for me to get off the line and get some up front. But all in all, I made some really cool passes and felt good all day. The track came around later in the day, got better and better. Jeff did anything we asked to it, which was great. All in all, it's a solid day at the end, man. I just wish I could have had a couple better starts. But we had really good battles, as you'll see, and it was a really good time.
Super stoked with coming here, honestly. Jeff Cernick is an awesome track owner. Live stream, YouTube, shout out to them for doing that. That really means a lot. First time all year, we haven't seen that. But on the racing side of things, it is what it is. Struggled in qualifying a little bit. First moto went good, made some passes, got second. Second moto off the start, I don't know what happened. I got super sideways. I would never do this, never intentionally bump somebody, and unfortunately me and Zach hit, and he went for a ride, so I hope he's all good. I've apologized to him. I would never personally do that. I don't know where it came from, but anyways, yeah, 2-2 on the day, really good day. Super excited to go to the Triple Crown at Briarcliff. So make sure you guys stay tuned, lock in on this video, and then the Triple Crown will be a banger, so we'll see you guys there.
I'm actually really excited because years past, I love PV. Pleasure Valley hates me. I had lots of parts failure. You know, I don't have any engine failure here, but I don't know if it's just the hard packed dirt here or what, man, but it's always been a gremlin, and I'm just finally excited to be here. I mean, I love the dirt. I love the layout. It reminds me of home. You know, unfortunately, I haven't rode since the last race, and I'm not gonna lie, Tomahawk Moto 2 did whoop my ass, but to answer your question earlier, I think the motivation was drop and anchor Moto 2, and I was just gonna make sure not to let that happen here. You know, I got a lot of friends and family out here, and that just gives you, I think that's honestly what makes it feel that much better, you know. My dad's over there all but balling, you know, I'm pretty much sure I'm gonna hang the boots up for a little bit after this year, you know. Just need to progress with life and just trying to cherish these moments. That's all it is.
I feel like this is a question we've talked about multiple times. Do you think that now that because you have a business and you're running a track and you're actually doing a lot of good things for the sport, that it changes how you do train or practice?
100%. People think that you have a track and you ride it all the time, but the truth is, if you have a track and run it as a business, it takes over your life, and for the right reasons. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but yeah, I'd be lying if I said it doesn't affect me. You know, I spent a lot of time at that. It's growing, that business. It's where a lot of my time goes, and I hate to use it as an excuse, but the best years of my racing were when that was all I had to focus on in my life. And listen, I still love the sport a lot, but my track definitely takes over my life, that's for sure. So if that's what it is, it's a good problem to have in the future. And the whole point of the track was eventually when I don't race anymore, to have something that way I don't have to sit in a cubicle and work a 9 to 5. So that's the path I've been going and where I've been putting my time. That's it.